It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They start the drive with Cook, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. They'll try the middle with Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to the ground, Cook. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And now they'll throw with Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Chopper! Chopper! Alpha!
Now Wilson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And all all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 36 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. That's complete to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And that last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to, and Emmitt Smith to hand it to.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Browns drive about to get started.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Browns. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also show that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this, to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And Davis has it over the middle.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Allen.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Wilson's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
In motion goes the tight end.
Exit. Quiet, 64, weak.
To throw is Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Now Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
To the air, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
And he's got it to about the 40.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Kaiir Elam makes a pick, and the Bills will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On play action, Allen uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Allen going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Okay, right.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And some room to run now. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. Uses the stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Lock it.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
General, west.
Dobbins once more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. J.K. Dobbins, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going deep for Diggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 26-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Dean. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dean. And he's brought down. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Zach Wilson.
His third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Browns are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big... And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Wilson. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Throwing now is Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is Cook with a grab.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Allen now on 1st down.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Wilson to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked at the mirror and said, hey, ton of...
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast.